some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze To Mythic. Started after our account from Bronze To Mythic, episode 6, draft 6, Dragonstorm Tarkir. And of course, we're doing okay so far. Gold tier 3. We're only 6 drafts in. Obviously, kind of a weird season for me. We had a late start, and we've been kind of going along here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content though. But we're working through. Obviously, feeling a little better, which is great, and we're kind of getting back in the swing of things. So, Gold tier 3, Bronze To Mythic. Let's just hop right into our draft and do it. All right, let's do this. Draft time. We open up a pretty cool one. Open up a big rare here. Each clan has a saga, and the Mardu saga is Thunder of Unity. Mardu mana for a enchantment. Chapter 1, draw 2, lose 2, which is not great for 3 mana, but Chapter 2 and 3 are huge. Whenever creature ETBs, you drain for 1. And obviously Mardu is the mobilize color, which is the mechanic where you make tokens over and over and over again.
Let's mobilize.
That's pretty good. So this has a chance to drain for, I would say you probably average maybe 4 or 5 points of drain off of this. So a lot of what makes the 3 mana draw 3 lose 2 is it's very tempo negative, but this having the back end of 2 turns of draining is insane. So I think this card's awesome. I think it's a great rare. It is obviously a 3 color rare we're first picking. Last time we first picked a Mardu rare, it wasn't very open and it was kind of bad. But we'll see. We'll go from there. The rest of the pack, we got a couple okay cards in Jeskai. We got a Sandstep Citadel. And then the commons are not super exciting. A Bloodfell case in my table, hopefully. But yeah, take Thunder of Unity. Let's just try and be aware that we can get out. We don't have to be in Mardu. I think it's really important this format to have kind of back doors to get out of a deck and not get stuck. So, reminder, the overlay you see here is the untap.gg overlay. Download it for yourself for free. Untap.gg. Link in the chat and the description. They sponsor me, but I freaking use them anyway. They're awesome. And yeah, so really interesting pick here for pack number 2. So we have a Magmatic Hellkite, which is great, honestly. 4/5 dragon for 4. That's already a great body. Destroys a non-basic and they can go find a land. You stun it. There's a lot of non-basics in this draft format. Usually that wouldn't matter in limited, but in this format it definitely does. The thing is, though, this is a double red card. And there's a much better synergy card here in Dalkovian Pack Beasts. This is a triple mobilize 0/4. I think this card's kind of awesome if we're going to be the mobilized deck. I think this might be a spot where I'm interested in synergy over power. I do love the Hellkite. It was also a Exhale and Exhale. I'm going to take the Pack Beasts. Let's try and get in here. Dragon's really, really good, but double red, not really on theme. That might be wrong. But we're going in. We're going to dive in and see how it goes. This card is excellent. It looks kind of silly as an 0/4 for 3, but making 3 tokens every single turn is an insane synergy piece. So, pack 3, what do we see? We see a lot of good stuff. We see a Mardu Monument, which I think is pretty good. It's also a Molten Exhale, good removal spell, 2 mana 4 damage, awesome, great. We got some good white cards here, some 2-drops, Fortress Kinguard, and a Riling Dawnbreaker. And then we got Rebuke, which is kind of okay. Great Arishan Cities kind of gas, too. This is the black, I don't know what these lands are called, I guess. But 2 mana make 1/1's pretty sweet. But I think Exhale's the thing here. I think in your Mardu decks, you typically want to be base Boros. And again, it's really, I've said it a lot of times already. I'm just going to keep saying it over the course of the entire series. I think it's really, really important that your draft decks in this format are 2 colors with a splash. You do not want to just be Mardu and play 6 swamps, 6 mountains, and 5 plains or whatever. That is not the way you want to be. Your mana is not going to work. So we get past, honestly, a lot of good stuff. This is a good sign that Boros is open. Dragonfire is pretty good. Just a shock, removal spell. We also have an O-Ring here, Entertainment, which is great. Some fine cards here. Battle Priest is fine. A little expensive, but pretty good. Adds a counter every turn. Lancer's okay. Twin Bolt's okay. Got a dual land here, too. Good sign, though, that our colors are open. I think we're taking the O-Ring here. Dragonfire is pretty good, but I think O-Ring's just better. We just want to be able to kill large creatures, and there are a lot of those in this format. Good news is our colors do seem pretty open. So take the Entertainment. Important thing about the dual land. So there are actually a lot of dual lands in this set. Most sets, the dual land distribution is 50%. Every pack has either a basic land or a dual land at a 50% rate. In this set, it is 90% to have a dual land. So there are a lot of duals in this format, and That being said, you also should value your on-color duels less highly. So if I am, as we were saying, I want to be a 2-color player with a splash. If I am Boros splashing black, a Boros dual land is much worse for me than a dual land that contains my splash color because I'm already playing a ton of plains and mountains. It's still fine, but there's a limit on how many dual lands you want to play, how many tap lands in your aggro deck, and the double on-color ones are the least exciting. So, get past the pack here. All 3 red cards are pretty bad. There is a really good black card. We could also end up being black-white splash red. I think that's also a possibility too. Splashing Exhale will be fine. This card's pretty good. The Krumar Initiate. It just pumps out creatures, which is kind of cool. There's also a Devotee, and then not much else. Let's take the Initiate. We're looking for our 2-color pair, but none of these red cards are playable, and there are no white cards, so that's fine. Take the Initiate. A super late Detainment. That is cool. All right, so also Brigade. No red cards really, but this is great, obviously. So white certainly seems open. We need to figure out the rest, of course. We get past the pack. It's pick 8. Sago Pummeler's probably the best card in the back. So, it's a dragon. Tempest Talk seems pretty sketch. 2-2 flyer for 3, not very good. And I don't really want to put 5 2-2 flyers for 3 in my thing. So Bulkcast is pretty good. 3 for 3, 3 for 3. ETBs that finishes off a creature. It was blocked by a 1/1, which is kind of cool. These cards are bad, so take the Boldcaster. And our opening pack comes back with another Tempest Hawk. Battle Priest is fine for a 5-drop in this deck, I think. It's a card that scales well, get a counter every turn. These sort of cards are important in Limited, where if you get kind of stalled up, it can keep scaling and doing good stuff. That being said, it is very expensive. But, we're not taking the Hawk. Sculptor's not bad, actually, but yeah. Take the Battle Priest. And then Tomb Guard, Intimidator. None of these cards are really for us. I don't think we would play... I guess Tomb Guard is playable if you end up with a lot of those 2-drops that have counters on them. Sure. And right now we're not sure if we're base Boros or Orzhov, but yeah, sure. It's a pretty good card. All right. A Rebuke and some crap. Sure. I don't think we're playing Rebuke. A Lancer and a Twin Bolt. Lancer is not the most exciting card. Now there's Twin Bolt, though. I'll take the Lancer. And then just some crap. All right, so we're definitely base white. Now we need to figure out if we are base. Are we base white, black, white, or Boros? We open up a really good card. We open up a Yathin Road Watcher. This is a 3/3 for 4. ETB enters mill 4 and then return a creature card mana value through us. So it's just like 2 creatures in 1. That's quite powerful. We also open a Jeskai Shrine Keeper, which is also really good. These are both, 1 color off our colors right now. We have an Exhale, which is great, but only if we're black base. Furious Forebearers, 3/1 for 2. Pretty good 2-drop, honestly. I'm going to take the Forebearer here. It's a 2-drop that just returns over and over again, which is awesome. And also plays well with Mobilize, too. We got the Maneuver. This is a pretty powerful pack. I think both these, this card is like almost a rare power level, I feel like. Both these rares are very good, but not to the point where we want to, get off our plan here, We could end up Jeskai, right? If we end up dropping the black cards, or end up Abzan in theory, but let's take the white card. Keep it on the plan and go from there. We get past the pack with a Glacier Wood Seed. Look for that one in my main channel constructed a little bit later. We got a Barons. We got a Exhale. We have Starry-Eyed Skyrider. I think this card's just okay. You'd need to have a lot of Mobilize for this card to be exciting. Rashaka, which costs us 2 mana too much. It's an Armament Dragon, which is a pretty damn good card in Abzan. But now there's another Exhale. Black does seem kind of open going this way. Right now we have 3 red cards. There's also a Barons too, which is kind of appealing as well. Interesting. I think I would take Exhale over Barons. Because if we take Exhale, we're committing to being black-white base. In which case, this is an on-color duel, so let's take the Exhale. Let's see how... Nope. All right. Well, just kidding. Man, a lot of good cards here. We get past the Shocking Sharpshooter, and this card is awesome.
Let's mobilize.
2 mana for a 1/3 reach ETB. Whenever a creature ETBs, deal 1. Insane in the mobilized deck. So obviously your Pack Beast now does 3 damage every time you attack with it, which is awesome. This card's an absolute banger. This is a huge sign we should be Boros base. So taking the Sharpshooter for sure. Passing a Pack Beast and a Windscarred Crag, but that's fine. We're going to slam Sharpshooter, and we're probably going to be looking to be Boros. Man, another Shrine. Does no one ever take this card? Like, this card's really good. It always goes so late. There aren't really any good cards for us. These drafts are hard to navigate. This 3-color draft format. I'm just going to take the Dragon. There's like no... We don't want these white or red cards or black cards. There's a dual land too, but... I think that, you know, right now we are splashing for what? I mean, this card's not splash. Yeah, right now we have effectively 2 black cards, right? We have Thunder of Unity and Exhale as a possible splash. If we end up with 2 dragons, and, you know, that could be better. Let's take a dragon. Take the high upside card. I think it's really important to take a high upside cards where we might not play this, but taking like, you know, a D- or a D+ like level common over what would be like a B or A in our deck. We want to end the draft with as many powerful cards as possible, and then also have the ability to, you know, to play enough of them. So Triline's great, pretty easy pick here. There's a Caves also, unfortunately, but yeah, pretty easy Nomad Outpost, which we'll play even if we're Jeskai, which is cool. Wow. Stalwart and Tainment. This Stalwart card is awesome.
And that does coincide with this Flurry of Activity.
Really, really good card. 3/3, Flurries to drain life. Awesome. Another O-Ring and a Duelist. Would be happy with either one of those two. This card's phenomenal. So, pretty easy banger there. We are definitely base Boros. More insane cards. Holy moly. Both these cards are excellent. Equilibrium Adept, 2/4 EDB Exile top card. You can play it, and it's Flurry Double Strike. And a Dragonstorm. I think Dragonstorm might be a better card in a vacuum, but with almost no dragons in our deck, I think this card's just better for us. It also helps with all our double spell things too. So, yeah, clearly I think we are Boros at this point, which is great. Take the Adept. And this is pick 8, so no tables yet. Second, Battle Priest is just too expensive, I think. Twin Bolt is passable. It's not great. Yeah, second Battle Priest is just too much. Big time diminishing returns on a 5 drops, because like you could only play so many of them. And you might see a better one later. So, all right. Well, opening pack has nothing for us. It's fine. And Bad Trick or Abzan Devotee. Sure, I don't think we're playing this card, but sure. A Lancer, a Blade. We've got. I don't think we're playing 1, 2. We're gonna flee. Our curve's a little heavy, but I don't think we're playing this card, but sure. All right, so we're definitely. I think this has been the problem with a lot of our Boros drafts. Has been like we just don't have enough 2-drops. I think we're taking 2-drops over literally anything at this point. Open up a Battlefront again. Open up a Pack Beast again.
Some of you may die.
That's a really good one. Also, there's a 2-drop here in Jeskai Devotee. Maneuver, Windscarred Crag. Pretty easy Pack Beast, I think. This card's busted. You know, Pack Beast, Sharpshooter, Thunder of Unity, all pretty nice. Yeah, it's a pretty easy game. Shit the Pack Beast. Hopefully we table the Devotee for a 2-drop. But honestly, Windscarred Crag, Maneuver, even Strike might make our deck. So take Pack Beasts. Again, we really, really, really want 2-drops. And there is a 2-drop in this pack. It's not a great one. It's just a 2/2 for 2. But as a Monastery also, again, this is basically worse than a red-white Gainland in our deck. The Zorgo's Vanguard. This card's busted. Yeah, okay, never mind. Vanguard's awesome. This is a mobilized creature that gets bigger for your mobilized stuff. Yeah, pretty easy pick. So even if it's a bear here, I think it's just so much better. It's not even close. Take the Vanguard. We do really need to lower our curve, but all right. Now it's time for a curve pick, I think. Equilibrium Adept is so freaking good. Oh, man. Martyr Devotee is obviously good. We want this card, but Equilibrium Adept is insane. And it helps the flurry stuff. It's such a good card. Gab with the raid. What's up, Gab? How's it going, folks? Tough pick here. What do you take, Gab? Adept or Devotee? Devotee's great. Adept is so good. We have a land. I'm taking the Adept. I can't. I'm just too greedy. I can't say no. We'll find some 2-drops. Shock Brigades too. All right. So now is a spot we're gonna take we're going to take a worse card that's a 2-drop, right? So Clarion Conqueror is pretty good. You know, it's a 3/3 flyer for 3, it's a dragon, etc., etc. But we're slamming Shock Brigade here. It's not even close. So 2 mana, mobilize 1. We're desperate for 2 drops, and we're actually a pretty good mobilized synergy deck. So the synergy here is excellent, and that's great. So take the Brigade, and man, it's good to finally be in open colors. You know, like
Yeah.
this back's juiced. Descendant of Storm is great 1-drop. Another Molten Exhale. Marshal of the Lost. O-Ring. We already have 2 Detainments and an Exhale. I think we just want the creature. I think that, you know, I think this is a pick where, depending on the cards already in your pile, you could easily want to take Descendant of Storms or Exhale or Detainment. But this deck wants cheap creatures, and I think Descendant's it. So, take the Descendant. I also think we're not even playing this Exhale. I think we're just going to be playing, just splashing for just the Saga, off like a land or 2. This pack's bad, but whatever, I guess. We're not playing the Hawk. We're not playing... I mean, we could place this opportunity, I guess. This card's like fine. This card, I'm surprised the rating is so low. This card just seems fine to me. But sure, I'll take that. And a Backwater. Strike's fine also. It's a flurry card. It's a good card to your tokens. I think it's reasonable. Sure. We're at 20 playables right now. Pick 8, we see a Fleeting Effigy. This is a weird card. This is a 2/2 haste for 1. Unfortunately, you need to keep reading. It bounces every turn and can pump. So it's like a flurry enabler. We're not playing Underdogs or Battle Priest, so we'll take it. I don't think we're going to play it, but... and now our opening pack comes back with our Boltcaster. It's fine. Leopard. All right, we're like desperate for another playable. I mean, we obviously have cards we could play. You could play Twin Bolts. We could play Technique if we have to. Here's a Leopard. This card's not very good. Another Leopard. Okay. Battle Priest tables 2. This is tough because like we have like almost no fixing. We might just not play our first pick. It's tough. Yeah. So like. Our only fixing, we have 1 Outpost. I think might just not play our first pick. That is so many 3-drops. All right, so we have 23 playables. We could play... I think trying Effigy is cool. We have a lot of synergy with it. We have Sharpshooter and a decent amount of flurry stuff. I think Twin Bolt could also make the deck here. Is Technique better? Flying Indestructible plus the +1 counter. That's like not the best, but... Technique, Twin Bolt. We have so many 3s. Just like an ungodly amount of 3-drops. Leopard's kind of bad. Practitioner's kind of bad too, but like the Saga is really good. The question is like we need to play like a Swamp or 2, which is just like going to make our mana way, way worse than we want it to be. I don't think we can play it. Like we're just not playing the Saga, which really, really sucks, unfortunately, but... It is really, really good, but it's just not castable. No, I don't think 1 Mardu Devotee would have made it castable, all right? So, calm your nuts over there, okay? This is 24 cards. I think I want this Lancer over, like, some random shitter. Like, Practitioner's pretty bad. I think Seize Opportunity is okay. I think the Battle Priests are okay because we're a little lacking in top end. Like, because we're not playing a Saga, we need to have a big thing or 2 to do. I think 2 Battle Priests is fine at the top. I think Devotee is great. I just think the card we took over it was better. What card did we take over it? Adept. This card's so good. Like, this card's insane. Let's see, Bearer of Glory, Forebearer. The Technique's pretty sketchy. We're playing a few, like, finicky tricks. Like, Technique, Strike, Twin Bolt are all kind of meh. I don't know which is the least meh of them. I like Strike. Twin Bolt's like kind of bad. And we got Boltcaster. I mean, Twin Bolt is good. Boltcaster. We do have 2 Boltcasters. Twin Bolt's kind of good there. Wild Ride, +3/+0, and Haste and Harmonize. I think this card's not very good. I could be wrong, but the stats seem to agree. So, I think this card's very good. Let's get a bad 3-drop. We got 2 Pack Beasts, Boldcaster, Vanguards. Just got this pack. This card sucks. So I think this is fine. We've got 17 creatures, a decent curve. We have no rares. Is this a rareless deck?
Where are they?
That's a problem. No Saga sucks. I agree. This card is insanely good, but it's really, like I was saying earlier, it's really, really important in this format. Your mana dictates everything. All right? Like everything. You must be able to cast your spells and have a functional deck. So that is that. So we got the Rareless Wonder here. Colors are pretty even. We're playing usual 16 lands. We have no double colors and one more white card than red card. So which land do we play more of? I mean, I guess the plains? Like, you might want to recast this guy more than once. Maybe it's a mountain. Sure, it's a mountain. Sure. All right, folks. So here we are. We got Karn and the Rarest Wonder, episode 6, draft 6 of Bronze To Mythic. What do you think, folks? Let me know what you think. Scrappy Crappy here. Pretty solid little deck. It's pretty hard in modern day Magic to have a rareless limited deck, but here we are. Right? So, place your bets. What do you think? Everyone's here now. You two folks, take a second, pause the video, scroll to the comments, liking the video along the way, support the content, follow the stream, hit the subscribe button. All right? And let's try and do this here with our Rareless Wonder. All right. The Rareless Wonder is off. Chat coming out with me. I mean, it's not great, but we're going to keep. Turn 1, Effigy. Turn 2, Bearer. Hopefully turn 3, Beasts. All right, here we go. Sending it in. Goblin Guide, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo. 2 damage. All right. We draw a non-land, unfortunately. We do draw lands, but... And Bearer of Glory is great. 2 on first strike. They play a Mystic Monastery. We really need to draw land here. And they're going to go Teamer Devotee, unfortunately. And we don't draw a land. What more can I say? All right, so let's attack. We have our Lightfoot technique. And then we will play Sharpshooter if they don't block. They're not going to block. Cool. So honestly, I think that's a positive for us. They didn't walk into our trick, but now I get to deploy a thing. And this is a spot where, like, when I say you often want to just block early into their trick, because it makes them tap out and not do other things. So, Shockin' Sharpshooter.
Some of you may die.
Let me miss a land again. All right, now this time we're not interested in playing into a trick because they have 3 mana up. So our goal is to not get blown out. If we attack here and they block, if you play our trick and they kill in response, really, really bad. We do have our Twin Bolt now. We could do like 1 and 1, but again, I think that could go wrong pretty easily. So let's just like declare combat, see what happens. They don't do anything, so we'll just play Effigy. Just ping for 1 and say go. Hi, Cassian. Take 1, bounce it. Obviously, we draw some lands here. We're in big trouble. My son is covered in chocolate.
He's having a wonderful day.
Yeah, wonderful day.
We were just making art.
So take 1. Stop stealing all my stuff, Cassian. They play a Mountain Stalwart, which is excellent. We draw the land, thankfully. So now we can once again safely attack. And we can use the Detainment on the Stalwart if they don't make any blocks. Yeah, let's jam. Now is a spot where like, they probably should block with the Devotee because like they want us to use our mana on this and not deal with this. Yeah, sure. So let's play Technique. Hopefully they don't have one mana trick of some kind. All right, so win the combat. Now I have a 3/2 first strike. We'll play Effigy to steal 1. And say go. We have Detainment for the Stalwart at some point. We also have Pack Beast. Our hand's pretty good. Yeah, I think drawing a land would be great next turn, but just chipping away.
Waka waka.
Hi. Nor the Wari, basically.
Pointless nostalgia.
All right. They have a Detainment of their own. Is it going to hit the Bearer? It's going to hit the Bearer, not the Sharpshooter. Wow. A lot of respect for the 3/2 first strike over the Sharpshooter, which is very, very good. We draw a Detainment. They have 2 mana up. So that was a kind of a light turn for them, right? They only played a 3 mana spell. It left up 2 mana. I could see some interaction happening here. I think our Pack Beast is really, really important. I kind of want to just tame it and try and hit this thing and see where it takes us. You know, they might have a counterspell here. Stalwart's really good. And if they counter this, I kind of just don't care, honestly. All right, they don't have a counterspell, sure. So
Get off my
just get it for one. You know, we're definitely looking for some lands. We're doing fine here. Yeah, and obviously wanted to double spell too, so kind of a weird spot where they didn't have a bigger thing than 3 mana and didn't have 2 spells either. So really, really important. You're always focusing every time your opponent does literally anything in a game of Magic. You should be asking yourself, why do they do that? Because everything they do is a piece of information, and the really good players can divine a lot from that. All right, play a Dragon Hunt. They kill our creature, unfortunately. They discard a Roamer's Routine, so they're actually a multicolor deck. And they play Effortless Master, 6/5 Vigilance Menace, because they play 2 spells this turn. They have 2 cards left. I think this probably just needs to die. Taking 6 is not really a thing. We just O-ring again, and they get it for 2. Kind of a weird, slower game we're playing here, but yeah, so they're missing colors, it looks like. Alright, so take 2. Just chip it in whenever possible, you know? Just a working man's Magic card. On fire! Dragon Hunt. They can flashback. This is just a draw card. You don't have to discard, so. Alright, let me draw a land. So now we play Equilibrium Adept, or we play Pack Beast. Just play the Adepts, right? Like, we can easily, well, I was gonna say we can easily double spell next turn, but now let's play Battle Priest, so sure. Slowest Boros deck of all time. I think Evie just gotten in for 5, I think. 2 attacks and 1 ping. Alright, they play a Jungle Hollow and Sego. I think they're clearly mana screwed here. Should I play the card that we got? Put a counter on, right? Any Luminarch Aspirant fans out there? I'm pretty scared of the 8-mana dragon as basically if your opponent's playing a bunch of colors and they have a bunch of cards in their hand, you're just always scared of the 8-mana dragon, Umori or whatever it is. Here's a Monastery Messenger, which can put a spell on top. And they have a Roamer's Routine and Devotee. They're not going to do that. This card's really finicky. It can be good, but it's... And right now we're blasting me. An active Battle Priest. It's a very clunky card, but once it's in play, it is quite good. We have double Pack Beast, Twin Bolt, Effigy. Yeah, not Umori the Companion, right. Oh, that card was really, really fun. Alright, we draw Zurgo's Vanguard. So 1 mountain kind of screwing us here. We are actually playing an extra red source too, but whatever. Alright. I mean, we'll just double spell and get our double strike on, I think. They do have 4 mana up and 4 cards in hand, so I think some kind of removal spell here is possible, but... Second spell.
My second spell!
Double strike. I think we're going to add the counter to... Oh, it's another. It can't pump itself? Sure. I mean, they're going to block this, most likely. I'm kind of tempted to put it on... I can put it on the Effigy and push 2 more damage. Sure. I think that's fine. To have everything have 3 power. And if they kill it, great. You know, like... Piercing Exhale. No! They have the dragon! No! One land and we're dead. They always have it, folks. All right. Oh, God. The sweat. No land. No! This has got to be the highest win rate card in the entire set, right? Like, just actually unbeatable. 10/10, Wrath Your Board, protection from white and black. It's actually unbeatable. I mean, I guess, like, Pack Beast does go wide. We have a second Pack Beast and a Twin Bolt. Maybe we can steal win. I think we draw a Mountain. Mountain's our best draw. They're going to kill the Pack Beast and the Adept. Okay. I'm sorry, it's 8 damage, not 10 damage. I was thinking power. All right, it's only 8. I'm sorry. If it's only 8, we can win this game. We draw an Adept. It's also a 2-turn clock, to be fair, but... So... Second Pack Beast sets up for a very likely lethal. Or basically right now, anyway. Wait, we have Twin Bolt. Put a counter here. Oh yeah, there's dead. Holy shit. Because this is not, it's obviously attacking too. Sick. All right, yeah, awesome. Wow, that's amazing. Put a counter here. Send it in. And Twin Bolt to face. Twin Bolt does go face. Who was saying Twin Bolt's bad, huh? Who was saying it? We beat the Mythic Rare with our no rare deck. Pack Beast does actually attack. Hell yes, that is fantastic.
After it was all over.
All the buttons. Hit them all. Alright, folks, we're brought to you by...
Are you ready to elevate your limited game? Introducing Magic the Gathering Arena Limited Stats by MTG to make every draft count, whether you're a seasoned player or just starting. Our meta tier list shows you the best colors to draft and how popular they are, so you know at a glance what colors to pick. Navigate card ratings to discover the strongest bombs, or dive deeper with our advanced view for detailed breakdowns. Ever wonder what it takes to get 7 wins? Explore trophy decks from other players, study winning drafts, and replicate their successes. Victory is just a click away at mtga.untapped.gg. Your path to Mythic starts here.
Gotta say, props to Effigy in that last game. Got him for 5 points of damage, 8 a removal spell, and put us to a point where we could beat the rare. You know, this is honestly some like classic limited here of just like our deck has no rares in it, but we have a good mana, good curve, good aggression, and we can try and beat the rares before they come down or at the turn they do come down. So mana's great here, curve is great. Bolt caster really, really good after a Pack Beast. Still gonna block him on one token, he gets to kill it immediately. You got a 2-drop, you got a great 4-drop. This is great. Black and white. They're going to play a 2-2. I think we're fine just trading off here. This is obviously a card that comes back later, which is great, so. Cool. Pack Beasts. If they don't kill it, we're going to be in nice shape here. We have I have next turn also, so. All right, well, let's go to combat, see what happens. I think we're going to live. We're going to live. They could have the white exhale. Why, like, again, you know, why would my opponent just say go on turn 3 with 3 lands and 5 cards? I don't think playing around the white exhale is doable here, though. Vigilance is an exhale 5 damage to an attacker or blocker. That's not tapped creature. Yeah, just attack, whatever.
Look! They're already mobilizing!
It's not worth, like, you know, I don't think it's a spot where we, you know, when you're trying to figure out what your opponent has, in poker there's a terminology called a range, where you try and put your opponent on a range of hands where you can never know exactly what they have, right? Just in poker, it's never like, I'm sure they have jacks here, you know? Oh, jacks is one of the easier hands to predict. Whatever, I digress. But you put your opponent on a range of possible outcomes and kind of assign a likeliness value to each, right? So I'll say, maybe they're like 60% to have exhale here, 4% they have nothing, maybe they have this or that or whatever. So like you balance, okay, how bad is it if they have it? It's not that bad. And then how much equity am I giving up by not attacking? Because there's a huge cost to that too. So now, is it Adept or is it Lancer? It's probably just Adept, right? Just get that extra spell going. The Flyer's pretty good. I guess it's just Lancer. Just Lancer until I go. This is going to be good later in the game. Let's get this Flyer down. This card is like, it's only okay, but it is good on curve if you're ahead. You know, it does a lot of damage, so. Mobilize tokens die. No Forebearer for us. So just stone nothing. Okay. So that's weird, right? Again, whenever your opponent does something, you always kind of go, what are you doing over there? Why are you doing that? So here's a Hardened Tactician. A card they could have cast last turn if they had it. So they probably drew this. It's a 2/4. It is a very good card. That being said, it's probably going to die to our Boltcaster here. So let's just send it in. This is a great turn for us drawing a land. So now we get the Boltcaster, finish this off, and return our creature. Very hard to not block here, right? It's almost impossible. So, all right, so deal a bunch of damage. We will return this. I would say we actually return it at the end of turn. There's no reason to do it now. And let them know what we're doing. So do that. Play Boltcaster, finish this off. And then end step, these tokens will die, and then we can return the creature. So our deck's kind of nice, folks. I guess they also aren't doing anything, but our deck is kind of nice.
Let's mobilize. Pack up the camp.
They're at 11. Our board is quite powerful. We have 3, 6, 9. We have 10 power in play right now, and they're at 11. We have a removal spell, a really good card, and a recursive creature. This card's win rate is surprisingly low. That's interesting. I think that it's really important to look at the base enemy color pairs because they dictate a lot of what these decks look like. I know we ended up just playing straight Boros, but like we were probably going to be Mardu, which is Boros / black. The black-white base pair seems a little iffy, so no. Once again. All right, commons beat rares. Let's freaking go, right? So they're going to Elspeth and kill that. Elspeth's dead now. So not that good of an Elspeth. We're going to kill Elspeth and get him for 4. Let's play our Adept here. And we got a Vanguard. Awesome. So we're going to attack 2 tokens at Elspeth. We go Elspeth, Elspeth, them. You can decide where each token goes. And then we're going to play this guy and say go. And also just Flurry for good measure.
You want to learn a second spell?
Sick. Just some good stuff going on here. And no, I'll not be finishing Bronze To Mythic this season. The point, the goal of Bronze To Mythic, as per feedback from everyone else, is to try and spread it out over multiple seasons so we have a little more time to relax and learn the format, which is what we're doing. So, tune up. The numbers are in. Elspeth is the number 5 ranked card in the entire set. So Amori is what, 3? The dragon. So far we've beat 2 top 5 cards in the entire set with our shitty, crappy commons deck. And unfortunately, this hand's sketchy. We're on the draw. We got to keep a 2-lander here, but we're going to keep. We need to draw land, but you read. All right, so Bear of Glory Mirror. We draw 2 non-lands. All right, I guess. Ureni. Elspeth 6, Ureni 4th. Sure. All right, so no blocks. We got mono white here. I heard Numa was drafting some monocolored decks, which does sound really, really fun. We draw the land.
Bingo!
That being said, it's very unlikely we'll be double spelling anytime soon. Best draw is another land, honestly, but I mean, we could use this to kill if they block. That seems really sketchy. Just gonna play Stalwart, I think. This is a spot where, like, they should always block. They have a bad creature that requires a combat trick. So, like, just trade my combat trick and then waste my turn. So, there you go. Yeah, Numot does a lot of drafts. Numot is probably, top 20 in the world in, like, number of drafts actually done. They must be mono white, because you wouldn't play these cards if you weren't mono white. We draw a land, tap land. We're kind of pumping the brakes here a little bit. I mean, we can attack with Bearer of Glory. It's like a semi-bluff where, like, hopefully they don't block, but if they do block a Practitioner, we'll just finish it off. Because we have no other plays here, so yeah, sure. Let's attack. So again, this is a semi-bluff. I would prefer if they didn't block. If they do block, however, we have a buyout. So, and given that we have no other good plays here, this is, like, totally fine. So, play Boltcaster, just finish this thing off.
Get off my plane.
Play Outpost. And also, like, our board's pretty good now. We have 2 3/3s against our 2 2/2s, so. And, yeah, it looks like they're mono white. That's hilarious. Amy drafted 5 Tempest Hawks yesterday and had all 5 in her opener by turn 3 or whatever. That's hilarious. The problem with this card is that, like, a 2/2 flyer for 3 isn't very good. Like, you really gotta like hit, play another one, hit, play another one. And even then it's like, You know, it'd probably be better against us, not as good against, like, more scrappy decks. Watcher of the Wayside. Mill 2, gain 2. Yeah, they must be mono white. And they mill over Smile at Death!
Bingo!
Sick. Mill over the big rare, and we draw land. Okay. So... we're trading Boltcaster for Watcher, that's fine. I guess we'll just... there's no 1 mana card we can hit that changes anything, right? If we hit Effigy, we'll play it. Sure. Alright, we land. Sure, that's fine. So... alright, stack for 3. Happily trading here. And say go. Yeah, Smile at Death is a pretty hard to beat rare. Every upkeep you return 2 creatures power 2 or less, and they get a counter on them. There's like nothing ever dies. So, pretty glad that one's gone. They play Practitioner. Do they have Landhawk? And they're playing a lot of stinkers to make this deck mono white. How many Hawks do you got?
I still only counts as one.
Just 2. Sad to be you. All right, so we have an interesting spot here. Our attacks are honestly not great without Double Strike. It's probably just play second at Adept and see if we hit a 2-drop or a 1-drop for Flurry. Because double blocking either one of these is a pretty good block for them. They only lose 1 creature, etc., etc. Yeah, should play the Adept, see what happens. We'll start there. Diet resub, thanks so much. S-Lich resub, thanks so much. Flurry.
Face the foot style. How'd you like it?
Hit a card we can't cast. Yeah, I'm just gonna say go. The thing is that, like, so, I think trying to determine how aggressive you want to be in a game of Limited is very difficult for less experienced players. Even though we are the aggro deck here, look at their deck. They're mono white. Like, they're not playing a bunch of really powerful gold cards. So we're not really scared about the game going long, getting out card quality'd. So, like, we can afford to be a little less aggressive. You know, you've got a lot of good creatures in play, a lot of good things happening, not in a rush. Time reset, thanks so much. Alright, so they play another Practitioner and a Hawk. It's 3 Practitioners. They're gonna Flurry. This card seems okay, like... double block him a 2/4. We would trade Adept for Bearer. Like, we can't cast this card yet. We're tapped out on it, so... attack for 2, sure. So, we're about to go... Vanguard and then seize opportunity, I think. For a pump. Yeah. Alright, it's getting a little floody in here, but let's play the Vanguard. And then I guess we're just going to attack with the Adepts. They're in a tough spot where, like, if they block or don't block, they're poised to take a lot of damage. So, the Stalwart will stay home, though. Kill 2-1, put 2 damage on the 1-3, and then finish it off. I don't think it's a great trade, though. You know? Maybe. We'd already cast our spells. We didn't have enough mana anyway.
Don't do this. Please, don't do this.
It's not actually that good, but it's pretty good.
Don't do it. Man, don't do it. No, don't do it. Think of your family. Think of your fans. Think of everybody. You got me kicked out.
Oh! Alright, so double strike, pumps. Finish off those 2 creatures. Stalwart goes off for a Flurry. And say go. We just really want to draw any castable spell next turn for a big Flurry. Could I have seized to draw cards? Oh, you're right. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, whoops.
I got excited. You're totally right. Yeah, there's no reason. Because of a double strike, that was still a good combat for us, so we didn't actually need to do that. I'm an idiot. Gonna win anyway. Welcome to the show. My name is Jim. Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to Bronze To Mythic. Anyway. Here's Wonderwall. Didn't need to pump. I get it. There are 20. I think we actually want to pre-combat the Boltcaster, however weird that is. And then we'll add a counter to the Stalwart. Yeah, sure. So, Flurry.
Face the foot style. How'd you like it?
We could put the counter on the Vanguard. And not attack with the Stalwart. Because they're going to block Vanguard for sure. And then their blocks are pretty bad overall. Yeah, I mean, Stalwart's, like, not really useful anymore because, like, we're unlikely to double spell for the rest of the game. I honestly think trades are fine here. These are double strike. They have a bunch of more big things, too. Yeah, I just want to jam. Just gonna send it in. I want everything to attack. So, mobilize, make a token. This allows Stalwart to attack. They block here, and, like, then what? Every other block is terrible. So now we're taking 4, 8, 12 damage from off a double strike. Sick. So 12 to 6. They do have a decent amount of power in the air, but our attack next turn is also huge. We're going to have 4 lethal attackers. There's no one card we can draw next turn. It's 2 spells, right? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, they surveil 1. We are, like, dying. Like, we are dead in the air in theory next turn. But not if the dragon dies, though, right? So, oh, should we get our strike? That'd be sick. So strike's the best draw. All right, 5. The good news is that this will die in combat. Are they just dead? What are they doing? Huh. Alright. I guess. Sure.
I'm in control here.
Yeah, you gotta have, like, I think you want to have 4 of this card if you're gonna play it. Like, alright, they just put themselves dead on board. Cool. Kind of a weird game, honestly. But we'll take the win. 3-0 with old Scrappy Crappy here. No rares, no problems. That being said, once you get into, like, the 4-win range, starts to play against a pretty good deck, so we'll see what happens. Happy to have you. Not happy to have this hand. We're going to mulligan. I mean, sure. It's funny, like, what do we bin here? This is not a great 3-drop without using the stuff, but, like, double Adept's awesome as a way to undo a thing. It's probably the Battle Priest. We just need to play a creature on turn 3, so kind of sucks, but not a great hand. Double Adept's great, though. This card's bonkers. All right, don't draw a 2-drop, unfortunately. Is what it is. Bring out the Platinum players, try and get our no-rare deck. All right, here you go. Trained Armadon. Gnarled Mass. Nessian Courser. It's dead. Great. Good exchange. So we could have played the best creature ever, and they still would have killed it, so very worth it. Krumar Initiate, sure. All right, listen. No more lands, please, but we can cast any spell in our deck. So, top card is a Molten Exhale. Sure. Better than a Hill Giant, that's true. Listen, folks, back in my day, when I first started playing Limited, I learned Limited playing 7th edition drafts on Magic Online, and Hill Giant and Giant Octopus were, like, actively good cards. So, all right, we're going to exhale this because we got to cast it somewhere. So cast this. See what they got going for us. All right, and then we're just going to play our pack piece. Trigger Flurry.
Face the foot style.
Could have a counterspell, but whatever. You'd be leaving a lot on the table by not double striking and also not adding to the board. So, not a spot where you can ever hold back, I think. And nothing they've done really is screamed counterspell. I played a tap land. They're missing colors, obviously. So, Stalwart Successor. 3/2 Menace adds an extra counter for things. And a Wayfinder. That's cute. So, hopefully they take the land. It's a land or a 3/3. It's just 3/3, sure. So, we get Adepts here. And then hopefully hit a spell. We are definitely wanting for spells at this point. We hit a Bolt Caster, a card that we cannot cast. So I guess we're just saying go. Fortunately, our attack has been stymied. And then also, this is face up now too, so. Uninspired Bolt Caster. Trawlers. Exile a creature and return a spell. What do they got in there? An exhale? That's insane. This card is really hard to make work. When it does work, it's really good. So we're in big trouble. Oh my god, come on. Mulligan to 6 and draw 7 lands. This is ridiculous. Alright, well, we have no valid attacks. They have exhale in hand also. That being said, it's funny they can't kill anything really. Probably should end up killing this, but... Yeah, we want to draw the draw too. That card seems fine to me. It has very low ratings, but... Alright, and we're going to say go, unfortunately. And we've already drawn our 2 good card draw spells. They're going to kill 3/3, sure. So they're up a lot of cards on us. This 2 for 1, they were on the draw, and they kept 7 cards in hand. And this 2 for 1 also, so we are really, really behind the 8 ball here. Yeah, this card's like fine. Seize opportunity. Alright, we draw another Pack Beasts. They play Essence Anchor. 3 mana for a artifact, upkeep, surveil 1. Make a zombie if a card left your graveyard. Is this card playable? Seems a little weird. We draw Pack Beasts. We could just hold this and wait for double spell to get double strike. Their blocks on the double strikers aren't great at the moment. I'm going to just hold this. There's no reason to play this, so... It seems sketchy. Like, whenever you're trying to evaluate a weird card like this, you're always looking at what you're getting out of your initial investment. So, I spend 3 mana. What do I need to be happy with to feel like I got my money's worth? And I would say probably 2 2/2s. You know? Come on, man. And that's pretty hard to do, so... Like, that's why Up the Beanstalk is so good, because the initial investment is 2 mana, draw a card, and then as long as you trigger it at least once, you're already up, and then the ceiling is so high. So, draw another land. They're holding up 5 mana. They didn't play a spell or a land or exile this thing, which is really, really weird. Say go. We're super flooded, so... Newmont likes this card. That's fair. I can see this card being fine if your deck is, like, literally all in on that, but... Alright, they have a Fangkeeper's Familiar. They're just going to play this, gain life, and surveil. Sure, so good thing we didn't cast anything. We're so smart.
Poor predictable Bart. Always takes rock.
Well, I don't think our deck can win if we draw 8 lands, as is the case for most aggressive, aggressive no rare decks, so... Alright, surveil 1. Play land 6. Play Kuru Gold. Man, they are really like the cards leaving graveyard theme deck.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
Alright. Is that all of our mountains? I think we're playing 8 mountains. 8 mountains and 7 plains. So... There's still 1 mountain in the deck to draw. Right, here comes the agent. They get a treasure and a zombie and 2 counters. They are setting up Voltron here. Like, we've given them all the time in the world because you drew all lands. They've got, like, if they exile a card, they get a counter and then an extra counter and then a treasure and then a zombie and then, like... But, like, the amount of moving parts here is absurd, you know? But I guess we're going to lose this game. That's fine. Sometimes, it happens. I didn't mean to hit that. I was trying to click my things. But... Happens to all of us, How is this possible? I mean, we are 23% to draw land next turn. So it's, a quarter of the time we're going to draw land. It happens. Yeah, we can beat Elspeth. We can beat Mythic Dragons. Can't beat the Shuffler, though, right? Never beat the Shuffler. Where's the... All right, we drew a spell, unfortunately.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
So now our double strike attack, like, isn't even good anymore, really. We're just dead, even with an attack. Like, whatever, we'll attack, but... Yeah, we're just dead. Like, we're way too far behind at this point. Flurry.
My own personal flurry.
I'm not even sure how they can punt here, but whatever. Just attack. I don't know, whatever. Make them screw up. Yeah, whatever. We're just dead. All right. Not a very fun game. Whatever. Not every game Magic is fun. Just how it happens, you know? Reminder for the schedule this week. We're drafting today. Tomorrow is standard and stream. And then, of course, I fly to Minneapolis, Minnesota Thursday, where I'll be doing coverage of the regional championship. Standard. Very, very exciting standard format right now. Brand new Tarkir stuff. Huge changes last weekend at the regional championship also. And should be a lot of fun. So hopefully I'll see you on coverage. No, maybe I'll see you there. Make sure you say hi if you're there. 1 drop, 2 drop, kill spell, keep. Anything I'm excited about for Minneapolis? I've been to Minneapolis before. It was literally probably 15 years ago for U.S. Nationals when they used to have those. The Magic U.S. National Championship. I went to the Mall of America. I actually went on my first roller coaster ever at the Mall of America that went upside down. And that was really cool. And yeah, it was fun. Here's a Sentinel on turn 2. And they get a swamp. So trading Descendant for Sentinel is a pretty poor exchange for us. That being said, it does like set us up well. We're just going 2 drop, 3 drop anyway. So we'll just trade here. It's not a great trade, but whatever. No payment. It gives us the rest of our curve. Clear the way for the Forebearer, the Vanguard. We got our removal spell and effigy too. Coverage is on Star City Games, Twitch, on both YouTube and Twitch. Best Chinese food I've ever had. Tea House at University of Minnesota. Put it in the Discord. All right, so we'll attack. Smelly Tunic reset. Thanks so much. All right, I mean, they got mana up. They might have a kill spell, but we're not playing our spells. So here's Zurgo's Vanguard, an absolute beater.
The two must.
They got a kill spell. Hopefully no Dragon Exhale. They're gonna cast Rebellious Strike. Okay, gonna be those kind of games, huh?
You know what I just do?
Looking for a cantrip, trying to cast their spells. 2 mana cycling. If they don't, this is a spot where like they really need to have removal. Blockers won't do it, and they have their removal spell. All right, well that stinks, but and it Descendant of Storm, sure. So we draw Seize Opportunity. Exile top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. So cool. So we'll end step this. Let's play Effigy here. And play a land. Attack with everything. You could pump this too, I guess, in theory, but I'm going to draw cards. Sure. Deal 5 and say go. And we're going to end step the opportunity on their turn. So I'll have my turn to play both cards. Yeah, that's right? Maybe we actually want to kill this. Yeah, you know what? I'm changing my mind here. Because if they attack, it doesn't make 1 token. It's really good against the Forebearer. And we have 2 kill spells. Are we in my end step? Why are we in my end step? Why would be? How can we even be in my end step? What is going on? I guess we're not going to do that. All right, well, that sucks. Sure. I guess 1 too many clicks.
Oh, whoops.
I just don't know why it would stop me in my own end step. Like, why are we here? Okay. I guess that's what we're doing. That's unfortunate. It is pretty cost ineffective for them to make a token. They can't play a 5 drop. So hopefully they don't, but sure. That's actually much better for us. So we just lucked into like a much better scenario. The thing is that now I actually might not cast Seize Opportunity because we're so inclined to want to cast Stormplant Attainment to get rid of this Battle Priest. So we probably just do nothing here, which is a little weird, but oh, the Effigy bounced. Okay, sure, that makes sense. So I clicked too many times. Okay, sure. They attack. We're actually not going to cast this because we almost assuredly want to cast this and don't want to waste the cards I missed. So a little awkward, but we draw Bolt Caster. That's also pretty interesting. We can just attack, and if they block, we'll bolt. I like that. I like that better. Do your worst, friend. And then we like want this to die anyway. So sick. All right. So Boltcaster finishes this guy off. Boltcaster also blocks this guy, and now the one toughest thing isn't really an issue either. So cool. So 17-10. We're ahead on cards, and I would say like even on board. That card's really good. There's an Adept. They reveal a land, thankfully. And probably make a token here. No, we're blocking. So what do you got, friend? Likely they have a trick because they didn't do this, but they're gonna play Fire Rim Form. +2/+0, and when it enters, it gets first strike. Sure. That's pretty awkward. All right. Well, now I guess we're just gonna kill this to send into storms. We're like a little stuck on lands here, but we're like up on cards really well, so we're not gonna effigy. Sure. Yeah, this is like a little ugly, but just hit the Descendant. Say go. Like, if they have spell in hand, we're probably in trouble. They play a land, awesome. They don't even attack. They're scared of the fleeting effigy, our freaking hero.
I'm the machine!
All right? The effigy doesn't even need to be cast to inspire fear in the hearts of our opponents. All right. I guess we're just going to detain the Adept and get him with the effigy. Damn. All right. Put some respect in the effigy's name. Props to Mike in chat. Mike said effigy was good. Effigy's been pretty good. Honestly, I've been pretty impressed. Get some shots in. Good flurry synergy. We draw Pack Beasts. Sure. We could actually... So, one possible option here is we could have played Pack Beast with Lightfoot Technique up. They're going to Frontline Rush. Damn. This thing is like doing work. So this thing saved 2 damage, dealt 4 damage, and traded with a card. Awesome. For cheap cost. This card's great. So, I can return this thing too. I'm going to return this actually. This is even better. So, what I was going to say was, we could have played Pack Beast, leaving up a protection spell and not effigied, which might seem like a logical thing to do, but based on they're clearly out at this point. There isn't really a reason to go for like a setup play like that, because they're out. So again, the texture of a game dictates who plays a lot too. So, sick, great game. Okay, effigy's back. Gonna get in at least 4 damage unopposed. Yeah, I mean, this card's nice. I like it. I wouldn't play 2, because obviously there's major diminishing returns, but it sort of undoes the gain land life too. All right, there you go. Say go. All right, Mardu again into a Strike Master Mana Dork. So Pack Beast time. Get the beast going.
A few brave warriors willing to sacrifice all.
And Bone Karen Butcher. That card is very good. 4/4 for 4, mobilize 2, tokens have death touch. That's an easy kill. So we're going to effigy and kill. And frickin' send it. Alright, so get it for 5. This thing blocks too. Card's sick. Alright, so they're already at 12. We have a 4-drop and an effigy next turn. They play a Meticulous Artisan. 3/3 Prowess, ED Make a Treasure. Don't think this card's great. Let me draw land. So now we can't attack, obviously, because the 0/4 runs into a bad wall here. Effigy can't attack either. We can Lancer or Adept. The Lancer will have Double Strike next turn. It doesn't really have great attacks. I think it's the Adept. Play Adept, top card.
My own personal flurry.
This can attack and pump. That is a huge mana sink, though. You don't want to not develop your board, you know? So, top card is a Molten Exhale. Cool. That's great, actually. So, we'll just say go. We can exhale the 3/3, play a Lancer, double strike, attack. The card costs 3 sometimes. Yeah, but not on curve, really, you know? Like, this card just seems pretty bad. This card would have been dope, like, you know, 15 years ago, but they play Dragonfire Blade. 1 mana equipment, +2/+2, hexproof from monocolored, and costless to equip. They're going to attack?
Inconceivable!
Wow. They're taking so much on the backswing. If we have face up Exhale and face up Effigy. Alright, well. Sure. We're not casting it. And we're going to Lancer, we're not going to Effigy. We could Effigy and pump, but like we want to pump to play the board, I think. Okay, that makes more sense. Even now, though, like, they can save their creature, but they're just taking so much damage this turn. So now we don't want Effigy. So now it's Lancer. So double strike. This sends in for 7 here. And they block the 0-4, sure. They go to 5 life points. We have a ton of Mobilize lined up and the Effigy, and we draw any spell, we'll have double strike again. That was a weird play. Sunset Strike Master is back. Can kill a flyer, but of course not currently summoning sick. They're going to attack for 5. They are being really... Is there like a Teamer Battle Rage in this set or something like that? Like, they are playing extremely aggressively in a spot where it looks very, very weird. That's a pretty good card to draw. So, play Effigy. Now we have a strike for Sneaky Flurry mid-combat. Alright. Again, they can't activate this. It's summoning sick. We've got strike. They're going to exhale on the Lancer, but after I attack... All right, that's obviously a mistake. So they gave me a free Mobilize token. Sure. Can't save that. So yeah, I think this is just like pretty poor timing. If they had waited, they've been super patient, they might have been able to blow me out. But all right, so getting in, they're at 5, and I have a bajillion attackers. They have 1 card left. Effigy can pump. This is going to have double strike, and we have 4 tokens attacking also, and they have no good blocks anywhere. Yeah, this just feels like a game where our opponent just didn't really respect the state of this game. Like, these attacks were like pretty insane. This is actually a pretty insane blocker, right? I can't remove it. It's a 5/5, but they are very, very dead. Yeah, so we're gonna we'll strike on a token and try and we'll strike on the pack beast actually, which is harder to kill. Get double strike, draw a card, and yeah, I think that's enough. I will say our opponent, I think, could have played this game better, but even then, I think we were still in pretty good shape. So far, we have multiple opponents just not really grasp the texture of the game, in the sense that, like, who's the beatdown, who's being aggressive, who's being, you know, who has the initiative in the game, and just like sort of attacking and blocking willy-nilly. We are in gold, you know, whatever, it's fine. We're learning. I'm pointing the mistakes so we can not make those mistakes. But now we got a freaking high diamond opponent. All right, and our hand is pretty good. Freaking not diamond, high diamond. All right. We don't draw 2-drop, unfortunately, but and no dragons still. Our no rare deck playing against another no rare deck. Maybe. All right, so shocking. I think we're gonna play Pack Beast here. We're not scared of a sharpshooter that much yet. And then we have potentially we can exhale and draw a 2-drop, or even just play Adept and soak it up for a turn. All right, that's a card that needs to die also. So looks like we're in a mirror here. We're gonna block. Thanks for attacking. That's a horrendous attack because now they can't block my Mobilize tokens. Very, very peculiar. We draw a 2-drop, which is gas. Yeah, this is fine. Reach Brigade and then Exhale.
Get
Cool.
off my plate.
And I think that the Vanguard is more threatening than the Sharpshooter is. So, getting in. Dealing a bunch.
I have been looking for someone to harmonize with me. We have technology.
Buttons. And they're going to kill my 0-4. Sure. Redraw strike. So they'll almost assuredly block the token, and we can strike and kill the Sharpshooter. But it's really bad for us mana efficiency because we can't play anything else. I'm just gonna attack. Just gonna attack and then play Adept. Maybe they'll be scared to not block. Now they're gonna block. Okay, so good to know for next turn. We draw a Sharpshooter of our own. Yes. Perfect turn for next turn. All right, they play an Artisan of their own. Take a point. And this is kind of what I was talking about, right? So, like, understanding who has the initiative in the game. We're not really scared of Sharpshooter because currently we're on the front foot. We are the aggressor right now. So we're not as scared of this card. And as long as we keep him off a board, it doesn't matter that much. So, all right. Let's play Sharpshooter. And we're just going to go to combat and attack with everything. We have our strike, so. They could have a 2-mana spell here, but whatever. Make a token, deal 1. Pass. Strike is pretty nice. They're going to double block the Adept. Oh my god.
Don't do this. Please, don't do this. Get up. Let's get up. Don't do it. Man, don't do it. No, don't do it. Think of your family. Think of your fans. Think of everybody. You got to kick them out.
They have a trick? Oh, these diamond players are crafty. Do they have the retrick? They do. Okay. Crafty diamond players. I think that we had to play that there, unfortunately. So we get blown out pretty hard. And now we're probably in trouble. We still have a removal spell and some stuff. Well played. Treasure kind of concealed the spell a little bit. Not a card you usually see in Boros either, because it's not a very good aggro card, but... And now they attack. So we are going to block. They have a trick, so be it. Now they're the beatdown and we're on the defensive, so... Yeah. Alright, diamond players too much. Diamond players are way too much for us. We can't handle this. We draw an effigy. So we're going to O-ring the Sharpshooter. I mean, they only have one card left, and our hand's pretty stacked, actually, so... There's an effigy. Brigade can block the Bearer of Glory, and we're going to O-ring the Sharpshooter. Actually, I can't block. They can pump everything, so it's just attack. When you don't got good blocks, attack! Simple as that. Alright. Take the Sharpshooter. If they can brick for a turn here, this game's winnable. Get an 0-4, an O-ring. Got them blown out twice this game. Which is pretty brutal, but yeah, they're out. So, we go to 6. We draw an Adept. Alright, so we get to Effigy and O-ring again. Again, not blocking, so we're not going to bother anything else. We go to 4. If they pump, we go to 3. That's fine. Because if that's their entire turn to pump, we're in great shape. We can play Pack Beast and Effigy or Adept next turn. They've drawn a few extra lands this game. Which, given the fact we got blown out like twice, probably needed to happen. Because, like, the 2 cards we lost in the blowouts are the 2 lands they've drawn extra. So... I think the fact that we've been, like, the fact that we've attacked for the last 2 or 3 turns is really, really important. It's a common thing that I think that players miss, where, like, they feel like they're on the defensive, so they kind of just, like, stay back and attack. Attack, attack, attack. One of the things I've always been impressed with when I play against a really good player is how much they attack. Owen Turtenwald in particular, I guess not necessarily a, well spoken of name in Magic terms these days, whatever. But I remember playing when he was in his prime, like Player of the Year prime. I remember playing him in Pro Tours and stuff, and I was just always amazed that he would just be attacking in spots where I was like, how are you attacking right now? Like, you're so behind, you know? But it's so important. So, 7-3. They play a second creature, which is bad for us. We draw a tap land. They can pump once. And that's the wrong land to draw, for sure. Unfortunately, we're kind of in the abyss now. Probably want to play. They're at 7. The double strike on the adept is like super real. Because like we could just kill him out of nowhere in theory. Alright, let's play the adept. Adept can block 1. We'll chump block the other one if they attack, and we can possibly kill him on the backswing. They also need to commit 5 mana for the Bear of Glory to kill the brigade. We draw a land. Cool. That was pretty sick, actually. So, yeah, land, effigy, attack for 2. This 2 points of damage matters a lot here. Because now it's very hard for them to kill us. And if they swing all out, we can kill them in the backswing. Alright. This poor person's playing for Mythic late in the season. Playing against us our lowly... oh my god, what a sick draw. That was disgusting. They draw Waste Speaker Bodyguard. 3/4, return a card, and they return the Fire Rim form, which will allow them to kill whatever we block. That's actually fine, right? Because we're gonna kill one of these. No, they get to flurry. So they pump the Bearer of Glory. We lose the Brigade, but we keep our Adept. Yeah, they could have just pre-combated it and tapped and killed us. This is good. Yeah, they could have just killed us, but whatever. Yeah, so we block here. They pump the Bearer. These bounce. And then if I draw a kill spell, I kill them. I don't think I had more kill spells, but... if they tap, we're dead, because they plus +1 on the flurry here.
Face the foot style. How'd you like it?
So this will be a 3/3, and this will be a 4/2. So there's your form. There's your tap. They're probably going, oh no, whoopsie.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
But, so we lose that. That bounces. We draw a Bearer of Glory. If we had an untapped land, man. So, they're at 5. God, this game is so close. The pump is rough. Yeah, they punted. They could have killed us. We were dead on board. Doubles. Effigy can pump. If they were at 4, this game would be a lot easier. We missed a point somewhere. Because all of our blocks are pretty bad with the Bearer of Glory pump. But if they swing out, we can kill them in the backswing. So, all right, sure, we're gonna play both these as they go. We do have 2 4-toughness blockers, so all right, so you go. Because we attack, they just go to 1. So if they were at 4, we could have forced a block there. This game would be probably pretty easy, but if we missed the point at some point, that's the game. All right. So they pump once. We lose a lot. This is probably just here, right? Pump once. So do you want to keep the Pack Beast alive or the Adept alive? Pack Beast plus Effigy is lethal. I guess Adept Effigy is not lethal. So I guess it is lethal anyway. This is a blocker too. Yeah, so you probably want to go like here and here. We can't beat a spell, so I think this is fine. We have face-up lethal, so in theory they should have a thing to play here to not give us lethal. We got outs. Definitely have outs. This is very, very tense. Very, very tense. All right, they're going to pump. All right, so we got 2 chump blocks. Well, that will definitely, that does it. That was the draw. But even without it, like, would they have just died anyway? Because we had 5 damage regardless, so like... That was a weird game. That was a really weird game. We'll take it. Because they would have had to have a 2-mana spell to stay alive. Most 2-mana spells that would keep them alive would also just, like, win the game on the spot there. They might have just, like, killed themselves, honestly. I don't even know if we needed to draw that. But we'll take it. So. Final boss time. We got a silver opponent. We got not a great hand. We can't mulligan this, so we're going to keep. Effigy's good, yeah. But they punted the turn they could have just tapped the thing and killed us, so. Listen. You always remember the times that you make mistakes. Your opponents make mistakes too. You know, like... So, I'm enjoying the format. We're only 6 drafts deep. Obviously, I've been, you know, a little off my feet, so. And we got an Abzan Triland. Okay. I'd be really, really happy if they put a card that died to Twin Bolt. Or Tapland, sure. Should take that dragon, you know? Alright, well, this is a weird hand for us. The fact that we have Adept, though, makes this hand much more tolerable. Because, like, at least you have a good threatening creature that's 2 for 1. Because our all removal hand's kind of sketchy. Here's a Corroding Dragonstorm. So lose 2, gain 2, surveil 2. Okay. JJ resub, thanks so much. All right. What's up, Mullet Hunter? Thoughts on the lack of Spider-Man on online platforms. So for those who don't know, of course, the Marvel sets are coming later this year. Spider-Man's the first set. Wizards of the Coast was unable to properly secure the digital rights to a Marvel card game, like for card game stuff in a Marvel thing. So the Magic Online and Magic Arena versions of Universes Beyond Spider-Man and other Marvel sets will be reskinned on Arena to just be like Magic sets. Like, pretty big fumble of the bag, honestly. That being said, well, it's going to be extremely awkward as far as... Nope, not a 5-drop. No, come on! That's the only miss in our whole deck. While it is obviously extremely awkward and annoying, like looking at paper deck lists for Standard, you're going to have Spider-Man Webslinger, but on Arena it's going to be like Miter Stan, the spider guy or whatever. Like, going to be really, really weird. But as someone who doesn't really like Universes Beyond that much, and I play mostly on Arena, I'm kind of like cool with it. We're just going to have another Magic set, you know? But, all right, please God, just draw it on tablet. We are drawing the Mardu Triome 100%. All right, we drew another thing. God. It's so hard to miss this card on turn 4. Like, so hard. But what we pulled it off, though. So, that sucks. Whatever.
My second spell!
We get to Flurry, put some things in play, and attack for 4. Will the online side have its own lore? I don't know how deep they're going to go with that. I would imagine not that deep, but we had a first time here who said that. Someone said, first time here? What's up, Lucario? First time chatter. Everyone's hi to Lucario. And then also Sullen Mirror, first time chatter. I'll be at Hartford. Say hi. I'll be the guy wearing the suit with the sweatpants on the bottom. The classic commentator outfit. Right, like, I'm actually, like, for me, I think this is, like, a positive, but I think it's a pretty big negative overall. So they have an XL, it's fine. They have Meringue River Region, the card is absolutely messed up. Yeah, their deck's gonna be insane. Silver player, 6-1, their deck's gonna be busted. This card's messed up. All right. Yes, the entire Bronze Mythic for Spider-Man. So like, it's supposed to be called like Through the Omen Path or something like that. Now we draw a land, of course. I wonder if like it's gonna have a name, I guess. Like, is it gonna be Bronze Mythic Spider-Man or Bronze Mythic like, you know, whatever, Arachno dude or something? So they have 5 mana up. They say go with the Regent. I guess we're just attacking, right? We don't want to cast Rebellious Strike into 5 open mana. Oh, they probably are just planning on casting Coil and Catch. So like, let's attack, see what happens. It's really, really tough to cast Strike into Forebearer. And like, if they don't cast Coil and Catch and they just play the Regent next turn, it's even worse for us, I think. We're just gonna attack. So attack, see what they got. The problem with the license is not that they didn't pay for it. The problem is that there's a conflict of interest because Marvel Snap is the digital Marvel card game. I'm sure the Snap people and the Marvel people just don't want to have, that's so good. Their deck is insane. Don't want to have, you know, a second Marvel digital thing going on. So they get to play a 1 mana Exhale on my Sharpshooter and still have the Regent up. All right, I think we're just casting this. If we get blown out, we get blown out. We're pretty far behind at this point. We just need to, like, go for broke. Play this, hopefully draw a 3-drop. And also, now if this gets killed, we can get it back off the trigger, the death trigger from the Sharpshooter, which is cool, too. So, draw an Adept. Sure. So, that's fine. So, we get it for 6. I guess, ideally, if they cast the Dragon next turn, we can just kill it. But they probably will just draw cards here. Yeah, the joke is that the Marvel reskin is just going to be like Kellen wearing a Spider-Man costume and Lute wearing a Doc Ock costume or whatever. But so they cast the Omen, draw through, discard 1. They discard a Sarkhan's Resolve. This goes back into their deck, obviously. I also highly doubt that the main Magic characters will be in the Omen Path set because like, they're not going to have Jace Spider Hero, you know, like that would be even more jarring. So, all right, so they're once again saying go with 6 mana open, 5 cards in hand. We draw a pretty good card. We're just going to, what is going on over there? There's a dinosaur. Yeah, and you can't do any major lore stuff in a set that's not going to be in paper either, so. What the hell is going on? Dude, that's insane. Like, what's happening? Like.
I bet you weren't expecting that one.
They're just playing 5-color, like, Snapcaster control. All right. They just get Exhale, kill my creature. Jesus. I guess we'll play Adept, leaving up a red to Twin Bolt this. Pop the mage before they harmonize. Well, they're going to get... Oh, they can't Blizzard, yeah. They're going to get the Exhale. And they have white mana, so the harmonize doesn't matter, so... Sure. So... We're going to cast Adept, leaving up a mountain. If we hit a land, we can Twin Bolt the Soundcrafter Mage, hit a spell, great. Their deck is pretty wild. Alright. They have a Dawnbreaker in their hand, so they gain 2 life. Not cool.
Gentlemen, behold!
Land Adept. Hitting a land here would be fine. Spell's good too. Sure. Now we hit Battle Priest, the other Battle Priest. This time it's a good card to hit. Here's Bloodfell Caves. Here's Dawnbreaker. Attack for 4, must be nice. Alright, so, yeah, take the damage. Let's have Somersault. Draw. So, super awkward to have to cast this, obviously, but whatever. Still, this card's really good, so... Really good once it's in play. It's very expensive, but we're not attacking, so... Alright, we just say go. This is an important turn. If they don't do that much this turn, we have to untap reasonably safely, I feel pretty good. We have 2 kill spells, a good creature in play, pretty good board.
A brilliant player can get a strong hand cracked, go on tilt, and lose his mind along with every single chip in front of him.
I'm okay. I'm not going on tilt. I am not going on tilt. It won't happen. You can't tilt me. I'm untiltable.
I'm the machine!
All right, take 3. We draw Vanguard. That's pretty good, actually. So you can go Vanguard, and we'll O-ring the... I'm sorry, Vanguard, exhale the flyer. Okay. Having a counter I think is great. A 3/5 double strike is like almost unassailable. Take 6. We still have an O-ring and a good creature too. I think we're like, barring a 8-mana Teamer Dragon, which we've already beaten in this draft, all right? Just saying. I think we might be okay this game. There's a Feral Death Gorger. 3/5 flying Death Touch. Exile some cards in the graveyard. Great. Good Attainment target. We're in great shape here. We're getting in for a ton of damage next turn. Yeah, fine. They do Dragonstorm again. Sure. Whatever.
Marvelous creatures, dragons, aren't they?
If anything, they should attack here. This is like a clear attack with Songcrafter Mage, I think. Yeah, good play. Well played. We're going to take it. We just got to kill them. So, we can kill everything. Draw another Detainment, too. Wow. So, we tame the dragon. I think we have to kill Songcrafter Mage. We can't play Pack Beasts. I play Back Beasts, and they're able to push through the damage. We just died of the Dragonstorm. So, this sucks a little bit, but we're still getting in for a ton of damage this turn. So, here's your Flurry.
My second spell!
And we get in for 3, 6, 9, 10. Setting up for lethal next turn with Pack Beast into Detainment for Flurry also. So they need to have more than one big dragon here. That's... No! We got cheesed out. Oh, what a bummer. Could we have played this game differently? Could we have blocked the Songcrafter Mage? The problem is that, like, because we had the Twin Bolt in our hand, like, this card is only really good against Songcrafter Mage against them. It's probably not going to kill anything else. So, like, we wanted to use it there. And, like, Vanguard's such an important part of the clock, too. Tough. Definitely tough. Maybe we could have found a block there. I don't know. It's pretty hard to do. But, yeah, good game. Close game. They're actually pretty sweet, honestly. Pretty cool looking 5-color dragon deck. All right, true final boss this time. Lost a super close nail biter there. All right, we are on the draw with a 1-drop. I think drawing a 2-drop to fill out the curve here would be pretty awesome. What's up, CG that? How's it going, folks? Red, green. Don't drop a 2-drop. All right, we're going to attack. We're just going to... Don't want to add a counter or make a token. I think we add a counter, right? Yeah. Sick. So basically a 2-drop, honestly. Imagine our 2-drop just had like reverse echo. Not bad. So here's a Skimmer. That card is pretty good. I think I'd be happy just trading and playing Pack Beast though. Yeah, we're just gonna attack. Attack, no trigger. They want to block, so be it. Cool, no blocks is great too. And then Pack Beast over Stalwart, because we're not going to double spell for a while, so. Yeah, no, this isn't actually doing anything yet. Just a 2/2 flyer for 3. Alright, they have the Exhale, and they have a black dragon. So we have to get revenge here on the 5-color dragon deck. They attack for 2, draw land. We didn't draw land. Alright. Sure. So we attack for a bunch. And I guess we're just going to play Stalwart. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if we draw a land, we can double spell. So we have the Bolt Caster for the tokens from Pack Beast also. They draw Black Source, but it's tapped. Great. All right, so we're coming in. We didn't draw a land, but they're almost assuredly going to block the tokens, and we can just Boldcaster. So no, different Corey. This is a Corey Mountain Stalwart, not Corey Steelcutter. Excellent, perfect, fantastic. All right, so no counterspell, please, for the Boldcaster. Love it. I think trying to play Strike and draw land 4 is extremely risky. If you miss, our turn is so much worse. So they're just dead, right? Yeah, they're super dead. We each Leroy, Strike, and Bolt's 5 damage. Yeah, whatever. They're dead. All right, nice easy game here for us. Nice good aggro draw to close things out. And Rebellious Strike, Twin Bolt, Flurry.
You want to learn a second spell?
There you go, folks. 7 wins. Unfortunately, a little bit short of platinum, but Scrappy Crappy, no rares gets it done. If you can believe it. No rares here. I don't need them. All right? I don't need them.
I'm in control here.
All right. Fantastic. So, wrong thing. That's my constructed stuff. Oops. Hopping over to untap.gg here. You can track all of your games just like this for free. Down on Untap, they sponsor me. And, of course, use the link because they sponsor me, obviously. But free to track all your games just like this. If you play Arena on your computer, you should have it. Full stop. No question. Deck was pretty good. I think we were definitely missing a 2-drop or two. I think 1 or 2 more good 2-drops. Obviously, would have loved to have had a good rare or 2. But we had a lot of good uncommons. 2 Pack Beasts, 2 Adepts, Stalwart, a lot of good removal spells, Zergo's Vanguard, Double Detainment, a few tricks here or there. Sharpshooter's great too. Effigy was the card that stood out to me as like, wow, this card's actually played really, really nice. Which is great. So, we prefer to cut the 2 Battle Priests and have like 2 sick rares. But realistically, if you need a top end card, this card's pretty good. And yeah, love it. So we crushed. We actually won all of our games in the draw. Pretty amusing. But yeah, great stuff. Episode 6 is in the books. Definitely a cool deck. Showing you don't need rares to win, which is great. So episode 7 is coming up on the stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.